I studied classical sword. I've studied actual fencing and stage combat with a number of people going back, including one of the people I studied with was Errol Flynn's last stunt double. But I also studied a number of martial arts styles, and as well as ballet and sleight of hand magic. And stage combat is a hybrid art, so it incorporates all of that. So while you might want to mimic classical fencing moves, you obviously can't do the real moves or you'd kill someone, so you have to find ways to make them look real. And then for the unarmed combat, you have to find ways to hide the misses and the sound effects, which is why it's very much akin to sleight of hand magic. This is actually, I think, year 14. We met doing Romeo and Juliet, where actually Brian, our Hamlet for this, was our Romeo 14 years ago. So it's a very nice full circle to come back to this all these years later and get to do the one we talked about even back then, because it's a great play. Working with the team that Rob's assembled is really good. It's his actors and all the shows I've done with him. He casts well, gives me tremendous freedom, and we both try to hit one out of the park every time we do it. And so far, we've been pretty good. Because Robert and I actually both, but Robert certainly on this wants a very visceral Hamlet. We're using knife fighting techniques, so I'm using bando and eskrima knife fighting techniques to start off, and then moving on to Thai fighting and essentially street brawling, so that when they really let loose, the audience can feel that visual connection to it. There's no sense of style. Once the fight begins, it should feel as if they're watching two guys who can really fight let loose in a bar. I want it to be that direct and that real. Both the actors are very physical. They trust one another, which is extremely important. An actor has to trust their partner so that they can go a little further. They keep each other very safe. They know their characters really well, so as a fight choreographer, I try not to impose so much as guide the actor to find what their body does best. And they, after just 2 choreographic sessions, there's some of it that looks dead on and ready to go. So by the end of the rehearsal process, I should have a number of people in the audience gasping. And conversely, very safe. The guys are keeping each other really safe. So I think we'll be able to take it to a pretty high level.